What's up, my ugly fix of nature? This is gonna be a little different. I have not been on here too much, but new topic: how to behave in a movie theater. I know, pretty new. I don't cover anything much here, but guess what? We're gonna try. So let's get started. Now, because I'm usually feeling less motivated to really show anything from grabbing stuff from the media, I'm just going to demonstrate things through my own words instead. And you can just use your imagination, because that's what the brain's for, right? Okay, let's begin. So typically when you're going out to go see a film that you've really been wanting to see and it's been getting lots of praise online because it's just that good, there are just that majority bits where it's also coming from, like, popular, like, you know, games and stuff that tend to get people giggling and laughing, and also just shows that make movies too and all that. You already know what I mean. And people are obsessed with them. Chances are you might bump into the people that have no experience of ever going inside somewhere, that they are unfamiliar on how to act, and so they unleash their inner chaos and kind of fucked up the vibe for everyone. I'm not gonna even bother demonstrating that because you hear everywhere from other people, you know, they already get the point across. You hear from them, alright? I just share from what I know and what I want to give out because I don't feel like giving too much detail from what I'm already trying to get through from my mouth to the screen. So, be grateful, okay? Also, most of the time, I'm in the basement. My brain gets fried most of the time, okay? Don't question it. Be grateful that I'm talking to you on screen, okay? Okay, let's begin. Unnecessary detail, but I feel like thanks to social media, I now understand social cues that I thought I would never be able to get. So, thanks TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. You saved me some time. Thank you. I'm literally gonna have to put a timestamp for this because I'm talking for so long I'm not getting to the point. But yeah, anyway, you know, fucking up the vibe. Trying to catch up here? Go back if you need to, alright? But we're gonna continue here. And, everyone's annoyed and they're just trying to watch the film. They try to be polite, but there are just some people that will just straight up tell the person to shut the fuck up because, you know, they're trying to watch the movie. They're not trying to hear you make those random noises or give commentary and all that. They just want to watch the movie and go home. Stop twitching and kicking the theater. It is not a social media. It is a physical building that you're inside of. No one wants to hear your voice in that. Go into your room and do a video there instead, okay? That's all I ask. I watch you in a non-creepy way for a reason. You're well known for that. Or you're not, but you can be if you try, so wait till you get home, okay? And then you can do your little scriber shit, alright? Most of the cases in normal scenarios, people's phones go off, so they have to turn it off. Or they put it on silent, which preferably I turn mine off. But, you know, some people keep theirs on silent. But, you know, just that alone of itself is not that bad compared to people who misbehave, obviously. And I am a natural cause of being a slow developer in maturity throughout my development of childhood to teenhood. And in my 20s, I'm starting to learn maturity even more and sort of understanding my, you know, issues back in the day, because I've had my slip-ups for here and there, but, you know, I'm not going to discuss that right now, but I could at some other time. Just not for this, because we're discussing movie theater stuff of being Have. Okay, we're losing track. Anyway, as you can tell of how I talk on this little, I guess, Speed Paint podcast because I like to put my art on display for these because that's going to be something I'm going to be doing a lot more. You'll see I'll be kind of repeating some things in particular tones and settings of how I set them because I don't have great experience talking on recording. And I'm sure that's something that many people can relate to that want to get into this but feel very nervous too. So there's that. There are some individuals that were raised perfectly due to strict parents or just, parents that do their best and actually did the best work they could, whatever that one might be. But, mostly noticeable strict parents because that's the easy example to give out for well-behaved people. And the other parents that don't try too much but spoil the children and they kind of get a little misfituous, if you will. I don't know if that's a fucking word, but we're just gonna go with it. Yeah. And they just let them act how they want them to act. Let them act how they want to act. And usually that doesn't go well, depending on the type of dynamic that they have. So, that results in them kicking and screaming and all the other stuff in their later years, which is not good for their development because what even is that, bro? You can do better than that. Why are you doing that? Stop. So, they tend to get reality checks from strangers, which is not a good look. But it happens if they're not raised properly. And that is literally the setting right here. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't really feel like doing that. You can go to other people to fucking talk about that because I'm just talking about what I can remember and what I know I can spit out through my mind. So don't expect too much from me, alright? It's already enough to fucking remember anything to talk about on here because I'm not talking here as much. So do with what you will, alright? By the way, if you hear me yap about something random, just skip through it. You don't have to torture yourself to watch that. It's perfectly fine. I'm not going to be mad or anything. Anyways, the real way to probably behave in a movie theater is to, from my understanding, obviously waiting in line. Wait till it's your turn. It's gonna be very slow if it's a bunch of people, but, you'll get there. Just wait for a while. Also be respectful of people around you, so focus on your attention at the scenery of where you're at. Don't, feel awkward. Just look at your surroundings and just hear people talking and stuff. Just admire your presence and not think too much about fucking doing crazy things. Let's see. If you have the urge to laugh about something random, hold it in. Don't think about something serious. Just think about something serious and keep your mouth shut for most of the time. Till it's your turn to pay for your ticket before you go in. And after you get your ticket, oh, you want a drink? Okay, let's go get a drink. Oh, you're getting impatient for your food? Well, you're gonna have to wait because patience is key when you're gonna get it. So just wait there and don't, make a fuss. Just wait patiently, look on your phone or just look at the scenery for a little while until you get your food or drink. Sizes you pick, then you go to give out your ticket. Then you go to your direction. Now, some people may feel very happy that they want to skip, but don't do that for other people. Instead, just walk normally and look for your room to enter, because there's like so many rooms in like theaters, which is pretty cool. Turns out they're not all that big, but the illusion of them being all that big somehow is like a different dimension. Really cool how that works. And once you go in, be mindful of others. Wait till you get to a seat. Now you want to make some random joke for some reason because you just thought something was funny. Don't. Just focus on getting your seat and go sit in it. Wait, if there's enough room. There should be, because, if there's enough seats, sit your ass down. And, of course, chow down on your bought food and drink. And wait for the thousands of ads that play onto the screen before the movie starts, because that's usually something that happens when you're about to go in if you're very early into it. So just a disclaimer, you might be bored, but there might be some funny commercial ads for movies that you might enjoy seeing later. So don't be feeling too down about that. And also upcoming movies from another release that's coming in about like 1 year or so. So, be hyped for that too. Save your money for that as well. But, don't overdo your laughter or make dumb jokes, because that's just not gonna cut it. All right, you gotta respect your surroundings. Okay, make sure to not annoy anyone around you. All right, I know it's a big crowd, but that's not for you. That's for the movie. Okay, you're not the show. The screen is the canvas that displays the scenery of what's about to play. So wait for that. But even so, once the movie has started and already begun and all the way through, like, there's like some scenes that you find funny or something, or scary, and you have a particular way of acting that is resembling of grabbing your fucking like body and reacting randomly, or just making like random like statements on something out loud. Don't. Just instead focus on it through your mind and just react in your mind. Keep it to yourself for the sake of others, because people are there to watch, not hear a performance from an actor in person, which, in case you're the actor who's the bad apple, because you are not the performer. You are the viewer. So you watch as it's presented to you that way. And, you just have those inner habits of trying to hold in a laugh because you find a scene funny or something. Just wait until the appropriate time when, I guess, other people are laughing. Of course, you can make a little chuckle here and there, that happens. It's totally normal. It's a human reaction, but, don't oversell it, We get it. It's funny, but don't overdo it. I'm just saying. Just keep that in mind, okay? But you are there to have a good time, so have at it if you're not too loud, okay? But, just keep that in mind. And then, eat your food. Don't throw it while making a reaction. Don't jump in your seat. Don't push people. Don't fucking put your legs on the fucking seat next, or that's near someone's seat that they're sitting in, or even if it's empty. I don't even know how it would work, but I'm sure it applies to both. And keep it mess free, to not have the people having to clean too much, because they probably don't even want to deal with that shit. So, you're doing them a favor by not wasting your food that you paid for and actually consuming it, or saving it for later, or just throwing it away in general. And you leave after you had a good time and had a good, little show to watch. Then go home and make sure you wait for other people to pass by, and go, if you go early, if there's like no one there yet, and you'll be the first to go if you're lucky. And then end scene. That's the best way I can just explain it. So yeah, I hope this helps. I don't think it will, but yeah, that's all I have. Anyways, let me know if this take was mediocre to you, because again, I don't do well with voiceovers that involve me talking about things. Alright, this is out of my comfort zone, so there you go. And the reason I say that is because I'm having to kind of whisper, because there's my family upstairs. So you're welcome. Okay, enough to chat, and goodbye.